Let's do this.
Welcome back, family. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend, but we are here on a Monday to check out the cover price top 10 hot list for March. What the heck is today? 18th. Wow. Hopefully, also, you guys had a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. Just keep the beer levels down, the corned beef levels up, and just enjoy some time with yourselves, your family, whatever. So, welcome again. This is Timo Hana. My name is Rich, and we are going to be looking at the cover price top 10 for March 18th. And as you can see, yes, I'm wearing a shirt that should be pretty appropriate for the top 10 list lately because it's all about spiders. But what happened? Yeah, everybody, Mrs. Ohana isn't the nice person that everybody thinks she is. She really isn't. She's mean. So there we go. I actually don't do well with bugs whatsoever. Okay. I mean, if a hippo came up to me, a rhino came up to me, a tiger came up to me, I would be stupid enough to take it on. The bigger the animal, the less I'm afraid of it. The tiny, I'm petrified. So if there's a bug in the house, I have to call her to take care of it. So about an hour ago, I go walking into the kitchen and I didn't pay attention which shirt I grabbed. I just grabbed the next shirt in the pile. And she looks at me and goes, "There's a spider on you." At which point I freak out. My heart is racing. I'm like, "Please get it off. Please get it off. Please get it off." And she's like, "It's on your shirt." I'm like, "Please get it off. Please get it off." And then she starts laughing and she points to the spider. And she got hysterical. I'm having a coronary. Okay, I'm starting to feel lightheaded. So if all of a sudden someday I drop dead, suspect foul play. Suspect it. All right, so let's get into this. We have the top 10 list, and we're going to jump right into it. Boom. Coming in number 10, we have Ultimate Universe number 1. This is the one that came out in November. It was the first cameo appearance of Maystorm, but what I'm really paying attention to here is that trend down 3.69%, and you're going to see that across a few other books today. Let me tell you. 9.8 selling for a 128. Oh, sorry, I should have jumped to Singapore says you got a foil New Mutants cover signed by Rob Liefeld. I don't think it's worth anything. Dude, it's signed by Rob Liefeld. It's worth something. And good evening, Rob and fellow coconuts. Yes, Rob, how was Dune 2 last week that you went to go see with your son? Did you enjoy it? And the second thing, I know I sent you a text, but I will say it also on Rob's Only Slabs. You won that print, man. Congratulations. That's a cool print. So we have $128 for the Dune 2 was good. Cool. 128 for the 9.8s, and the Raws now selling for 27. This shot up with the Ultimate Spider-Man number 1 going up and the Ultimate Black Panther going up. The highest known value was for 9.8 was on March 2nd at 150. Now it's selling for 125. It's starting to come down a little bit. We're seeing our trajectories come back down a little bit. 27 was common value 29 for near mids. Now we're seeing 27. Actually, that's for a 9.0 to 9.4. And now 9.0 to 9.4. Yeah, 27. It's a little bit down. Say 2%, 3% is what it's showing. So it's trending downwards. I think we're going to be dropping this one off of the list soon. And I think also we're going to be dropping a lot of the Ultimate books as we get more other books coming out. And there is one on this list I don't get. Okay, so we have coming in at number 9. I shouldn't have actually got X out of the tab, but okay. We got The Man Called Nova number 1. Now, they've been cutting a lot of movies, TV shows, whatever. They're starting to cut some of the ones that were not in development. But one of the things that we are hearing is that they are moving forward with a Nova series. It's going to be on Disney Plus, not a movie in the movie theater. I don't know if it's going to be a special presentation or a series. I think personally they should go with special presentation because that they've done very well with that lately, and that's gotten positive responses. I think that's the way that they should do it. They'd make it like a 1-hour show. Introduce the character, see how everybody likes them. If they do, then great. But anyway, the buzz is because the character that they are announcing that this will be coming to Disney Plus. So got a little bit of a trend, a little bit of tick. People are buying it. 9/8 are selling for 925, 9/6s 285. That's a big difference between a 9/8 and a 9/6. And raws in high grade are going for roughly $100. And this is a 1976 book, but I remember this book being everywhere. Yeah, Rob said, I love that Nova book when it came out. Everybody had that book when it first came out. I remember this book had a lot of copies printed, even though it was 76. I think there were more copies printed of this than there was a Star Wars #1. So, uh, that being said, I think the 9.8, this is just not the right time to buy it because now there's news. Hey, 25, how's it going, bud? Um, but the 9.6, that might not be such a bad price. I'd try to find it a little bit less because you see it takes another drop, 130 for a 9.4. I'd be trying to find a 9.6 or around the 220, 230 range. You never know. You are gonna find some bargains. And I actually found a nice bargain the other day, which that'll be in the mail call soon. I'll tell you which one it is when we get there. Coming in at number 8, I have no clue. I don't know. I looked up. I can't find anything. The New Guardians, #1 from DC from 1988. First appearance of Hemogoblin, which was a vampire that was infected with the AIDS virus, which in 1988, honestly, I think that's in very poor taste. Uh, um, but we have a 30% increase here. The trends, 9.8 sell for 152 the other day. Raws, high grade Raws 18, near mints going for 3. Is this just an outlier? I don't know. I didn't even check this. I didn't check the census, but I looked for as much news as I could find. There's only 2 sales from in the last couple of years, and the last one was $36. So I have no idea why this book is on this list. I can find no news. I think this is an aberration, and whoever paid $150 for a 9.8 when they could have bought a high grade raw for 3, I don't get it. Sorry, I just don't get it. I see no news about any characters in here being developed. And I looked. So if anybody knows anything, please let me know. But I couldn't find anything. 10, 9, 8, 7. Coming in number 7, we have it's dropped down to number 7. It's slowly working its way down, and the prices are dropping. Hey, finally. It says trend of down 1.28%, but I think it's actually more than that. Because on the 5th, we hit 250 for the sales of the 9.8s. Now the last sale of a 9.8, 185, $65 less. Wait, what do we got here? I worked on that New Guardians book when I did color separations. Oh, so maybe you're the reason. You're the reason that book is hot because you got more exposure when you won the print on Rob's video the other day on Only Slabs. People found out about you. They did a background check, found out that you did color separations on New Guardians, and now they're buying it. So, is that a stretch or what? Anyway, yeah, yep, I figured it out. Okay. Okay, so we got Raws now hitting 85.90, so that's down. That was at 100. And 185 for the 9.8s. I still think that's going to come down a little further. I know it's going to come down a little further, but it's just nice to see that that ARC is now doing this. If you're looking to buy it, if you wanted to sell it, dump. 10, 9, 8, 7. Coming in number 6. Star Wars The High Republic Adventures Phase 3, number 4. It's the cover A. And we've got a bunch of first appearances here. First full appearance of Niv Drendow. First appearances of the Warden, Deblindrix III, Drigget Parse, Jedi Masters Fleur Ridlig, and Tanny Brywell, Padawans Eric Lambs, and Eoin Gorkin. Okay. How many different first appearances have we seen in the last 3 years in all these Star Wars High Republic books and the adventure ones from Marvel that everybody freaked out about, and 3 months later, people couldn't even remember what they were buying them for? $17 for a raw, and this, like I said, just came out last week, so check your LCSs. You might still find them in the for cover price, but and there is a cover B to be aware of that as well. So if it is first appearances and they mean something, cover Bs are not as hot, but they are, they will gain value. So if you want to be out looking for this cover, which is the cover B, which I'm going to be looking for myself. I have to remember that's Dark Horse. So if you're looking, don't look through the Marvel books. And this very busy cover, which I got to give the artist a lot of credit. So that took a lot of time to draw. So keep an eye out. It's a Dark Horse the Star Wars High Republic Adventures Phase 3, number 4, cover A and B, bunch of first appearances. I'm not going through their names again. So no, I'm not spending $17 on these, but I will keep an eye out for cover price in the package, from last week's books. So that is the first, the books 6 through 10. And I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to all our Patreon and YouTube members for helping to support the channel. And don't forget that we have a meetup this weekend, Saturday, 8 p.m. And I've already put the link on the Patreon page. So it's still time for you guys, if you want to join Patreon and join us for our meetup and see what we do behind the scenes. But in the meantime, thanks, guys. I think I got the volume a little bit better, so that way it didn't blast your eardrums out. All right. So we're going to jump back into this. Coming in at the number 5 book, we've got 8 Billion Genies has come back. It's back. It's back. And this is this is being developed now, and I believe that the producer is Seth Rogen. So I'm interested in this. I have 2 copies of cover A, cover B, cover C, all in 9.8s. That was one of the weeks that I had bought 2 copies, and that was that week's giveaway, A, B, and C. Nobody ever, and the winner never claimed it. So I waited 2 months just to make sure I was fair. And then I sent them in for grading, and they came back 9.8. So almost thought that was the end. I forget we still have 5 more to go. That's right, buddy. You're not going to get away that easy. Not only 5 more to go, but we still also have to cover the gun to the head and the rubber band to the butt picks. All right. So this is absolutely the wrong time to buy this book, because now it's all jumping back up again. But if it's going to be developed, we're at least a year and a half away. I'd wait a few months. This will drop back down to the numbers that it was. And 9.8s in 2022 on this book were hitting 235. Now they're hitting 110. And the raw is at 33. I think in a few months you're going to be able to get this back at about 80. And then when it does come out, it may shoot back up again. So I would just hold off on this, but I'll try to make sure I get this into a Remember Me when the time is right. Coming in at number 4. So think about it. You said you got a New Mutants book signed. Was it this one? No, you said it was a foil. Anyway, New Mutants number 98, first appearance of Deadpool. I wonder why this book is hot. Absolutely. Look at this 0.23%. That's not terrible as far as an increase. But we've got 9.8s selling at $12.25, which is down a little bit off of FMV, and 9.9s selling. I can't understand this. $4,000 is the last sale of a 9.9, but it was June 6th, 2021. And then 2 months later, a 9.8 sold for $4,050. So the highest sale of a 9.8 was more than the highest sale of a 9.9. Usually when the 9.9s start coming out, the 9.8s really drop in price. And 9.6 is at $565, which is also just about, if not a couple of dollars less. Historically, what we've seen with the prices, it used to be that when the trailer dropped, the book would go up. When the second trailer dropped, the book would go up again, and then when the movie dropped, the book would hit its high peak. Um, I can't take credit for noticing this. This is more JP's budget collecting. He's the one that noticed this. That now it seems like the highest peak is when the first trailer drops, and then it starts to come down. Like people are realizing they want to dump it. They want to be the first to dump it and take their profits. So this book, it's a blue chipper you want to have in your collection, but this is absolutely the wrong time to buy this. You want to wait till the movie is 2, 3, 4 weeks after its opening weekend, maybe even just as it's leaving um, the theaters. That's when a lot of dealers are going to be like, if I don't sell this now, I'm never going to, and then start to drop their prices. Great book. I've never owned one, so oh well. Coming in number 4, you got Ultimate X-Men #1. Yes, I'm so glad this is on the list because I made sure that I gave one away. And I didn't pay cover price on this, so that's unlike the Ultimate Black Panther. But we've got an 8% increase. They're pre-selling the slabs at 97, which is not terrible. It's not terrible. But your raws are going for 13, 10. Now, 13 is the last sale that I see here at yesterday at a near mint 90 to 94. Now, remember when people put 90 to 94 on their description, it's because they're hedging their bet. They don't want to advertise you're going to get a 96 to a 98, and then you get a 94, and then you're mad. They would rather they write down 90 to 94 and you get a 98, and then you're happy. So think of that, just high grade raws going for $13. March 10th, a $100 sold for 98. Now they're selling for 97, 94. Probably gonna be about 90. Everybody knew to order this book because of all the hype that happened with both Ultimate Black Panther, Ultimate Universe, Ultimate Spider-Man. So this book got ordered quite well. It's not going to hold a tremendous amount of value because of the quantities ordered, but I think that it's still going to hold some. So I wouldn't get a 98 at 94, but if you can catch one for 70, 75, that'd be great. If not, wait a little bit, it'll be down there. Coming in at number 2. Oh my goodness, we're really moving along here, aren't we? Ultimate Spider-Man #2. Now, this was the first full in-story appearance of Earth 6160, Spider-Man and Shocker. And I like the story, so I thought it was pretty good. I like the story's good, but I like the interaction between Shocker and Spider-Man. I thought that was really fun. We're hit $10 for it's the last recorded sale of a Raw, and I'm seeing near mint raw copy selling at 5 on 316, and near mint 90 to 94 selling for 15. $70 pre-sale is the high for a 98. Average is about, well, fair market value is 63. I wouldn't mind grabbing a raw if I can find one, a couple more raws for $5-6, like the sale from the 316. But I'm not spending 15 on a raw right now. So I don't think that the character of the Shocker and the Spider-Man 6160 are going to have longevity after the Ultimate series is over. And coming in at number 1, the Ultimate Black Panther. Remember, this is the one that everybody reported where 12,000 copies were lost by Penguin, but I never heard if they were found, if they were reprinted. Still haven't heard anything. People just stopped talking about that. But what's interesting on this is the big difference between the graded slab books and the raw books. So remember before we were looking at $15 and $100 or $90, and just big difference between if it's a high price raw, it's a high price graded. Here, I'm looking at the raw books being sold for the last sales at $20 for the near mint 9094, the near mint 9610s selling for $30. Even the very fines are selling. Oh no, that was all the way back at 218. Get rid of that. So you look at a 20, fair market value is $27 for a raw. But the 9.8 is only $76. Now, if you went and bought a great book, let's just say you paid the full $27 and you want to mail it in, you get it graded. You're looking at 20 some odd bucks, say 25 on to get it graded. So now you're at 52. Shipping there, shipping back, you're at 70 bucks. You might as well just buy the raw $76 for Ultimate Black Panther #1 and not take a chance that your $30 book comes back as a 9.6, or it could be absolutely perfect 9.8 and it gets damaged. Here, you've already got just get the book. So highest known value on February 20th is 133, but now the 9.8s are selling for 76. And actually, I think that's a decent buy. It may drop a little bit more, but you're limiting your exposure. It's not going to drop down to 20 bucks for a 9.8. Okay. Worst case scenario is going to drop down to 55, 60. So you're really not losing that much, unlike Ultimate Spider-Man #1, where you're paying $190 for that. And if that drops down to 70 bucks, whoa. Percentage wise, you're limiting your exposure. So that is the top 10 list for this week. And now I have got, and I'm going to make sure I get this out there so I can check out. So I have to make sure all my tabs are here for all the books. Put this back where it belongs. Good. So now I am going to pick my gun to the head pick. This is the pick that I make based on today's current selling prices. What do I think is the best chance for the book to appreciate in value, or at the very least, the it will depreciate the least? If I had to buy one at today's prices, what would it be? And I'm actually pretty good on this one. Yeah, I talked about it a little earlier. I would be going for Nova in a 9.6 and be looking at possible crack and repress, crack press and send back in, or a really, really, really high grade raw for $100. I'm not spending the 925 for a 9.8. Not when I have a chance to get one for 1/9 the price. So, I mean, you can buy 8 of these really high grade raws, send them all in for pre-screening. Okay. Um, yeah, I would definitely be looking at the Nova, because I think that this one we're going to hear more stuff about Nova coming out, and then we're going to get a spike in another spike in the price. So that is my gun to my head. Now I have to come up with the rubber band to the butt. This is what I consider to be the worst of all the books in here. Yeah, that one's okay. That one's no problem for me. It's a book I don't even understand why it's selling. Okay, so we've got Raws selling for $3 and 9.8s selling for 152. Not spending $152 on a book when the last recorded sale was like $30. This is one single sale, and I have no idea why it's up. There's no news. It's a character that, in my opinion, is in poor taste, and I would not be spending any money on this book. I don't think I'd even buy it as a $3 raw. That's just me. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know, I remember 10 million comic books out there. I'm never going to own them all. I'm trying, but it ain't going to happen. So, give me a shout out in the comments, whether here in the live stream or on the replay. I'd love to know what you consider to be the best investment out of these 10 and what is the worst. And again, don't forget to check out all the information that you find out on Rob's Fast Actor Comics, which has the comics curing cancer. We're all getting ready for this year's drive to try to beat last year. We broke over, well over $50,000, where every single penny of it went to cancer. There's not like we're taking out a percentage. Don't, if you bought something, 100% of the purchase price went to comics, went to the American Cancer Society. And everything that he does is just so noble. I love the guy. So you got to check out his character, and the Comic Vet as well. He's got a great show once a week that comes out where he talks about the highest selling books every single week on eBay. And there's always an amazing fantasy number 15, but the other books that pop up on there are some really cool things. So I'm going to wrap this up so I can get a little bit of rest because tomorrow I want to try to record one other thing and get that up. My mail call because Wednesday we've got new comic book day with giveaways, and for the Patreon members we have the watch along for Bad Batch. Last week's double hit really did hit me. It did, and I think we're getting a double episode this week. I'm not sure. I have to check the list. I started last night watching X-Men, the original animated series, trying to get ready for the X-Men 97. Yeah, I can see people liking it if they were a kid. If it came out in the 90s, I wasn't a kid anymore. Yeah, at this point, I was in my 20s working in a machine shop. It wasn't cartoon time for me. But I'm trying to get caught up on that so I can do watch alongs for X-Men 97. All right. In the meantime, though, I want to thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. Click on those notifications so you know when more videos are dropping. And don't forget to, oh, what did I do? What did I do? I broke it. There it goes. Don't forget to check us out on Patreon/TeamOhana, or if you just want to join YouTube members down below, you get earlier content and bonus content as well. Until I see you in the next video, though, mahalo.